John Woo's Hard Boiled is by many considered one of the best action movies ever, a true distillation of the genre that brought you the environmental shattering Hong Kong shotgun. But the origins of the genre, known as heroic bloodshed, have its beginnings in Woo's 1986 classic, A Better Tomorrow. If you've ever enjoyed the anime Cowboy Bebop, you owe it to yourself to see what influenced much of its style. Heroic bloodshed is an incredibly unique Hong Kong movie genre, known for very stylized gun sequences. Action scenes not really concerned with the reality of gun violence, but more the ballet of gunplay. Merged with themes of brotherhood and duty, it's a strange machismo type of storytelling, but not on the toxic level. While women are often more in the background and tools for the story, the men have no problem showing emotion or love for their fellow man. So much emotion that they are willing to sacrifice themselves, all while making the act of shooting a gun look almost knightly. It's the other side of Hong Kong action. Less kung fu in forbidden cities, more ballistics in the grimy streets of 80s Hong Kong. It's almost fantasy triad stories, yet it is all awesome. Woo's A Better Tomorrow may not be the first of the genre, but it is one of the most highly influential. It's the movie that made the extremely charismatic Chow Yun-fat a star, despite not being the lead. Tu Leung's Sung Si-ho is the lead, with Leslie Chang as Ho's police detective brother. The story is simple and revolves around the conflict of the two brothers on opposite sides of the law. Ho is a high-ranking triad member, who along with his best friend Mark are respected triads involved in a counterfeiting scheme. Ho's brother Kit is an aspiring police officer, at first unaware of his brother's career choice. While conducting a drug deal, Ho is arrested in Taiwan and spends 3 years in jail. During those 3 years, Ho and Kit's father is murdered to ensure Ho's silence. Kit, in response, becomes a hard-edged police officer. Mark is crippled during a quest for revenge on Ho's behalf, and a former apprentice of Ho's rises in the triads in a bid for power. Ho is eventually released back to Hong Kong, and despite what has happened, wants nothing more than a clean life. Unfortunately, life may have other plans. If Hard Boiled is the perfection of Woo's action, then A Better Tomorrow is the prototype. There is a fair amount of story, with some action sprinkled throughout, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Though looking at it with modern eyes, there is a fair bit of corniness, and a modern viewer may not find the soundtrack as refined. Some of the humor in the first 30 minutes may take some out of it, but honestly, after all the setup, the movie finds its footing and doesn't let go. The movie is very earnest in its crime story. Ho is looking for redemption and a life away from the triad. He finds himself working for a taxi company staffed by ex-cons, because of course he does. Yet Tai Long's acting and the story are so sincere about what's going on. The movie, though, is really carried by Chow Yun-fat and Tai Long. They have so much chemistry that you really believe in their friendship. Tai Long plays Ho with so much sympathy that you can see the struggle for redemption in his eyes. Cho's presence is beyond cool when it needs to be, and spews brotherly love in its more emotional moments. It's not a crime epic, but maybe a crime proverb. It's not sprawling, but feels modest and like a small-scale moral play, punctuated, of course, by great action scenes. Nothing touches Hard Boiled, but you can see how this movie would pave the way, and besides, the presence of the two leads makes up for the complete lack of bombast. Still, the last 20 to 30 minutes of the movie offer plenty of surprises and action. It's not perfect, obviously. The movie is very melodramatic. Leslie Cheung plays the thankless role of Kit, who must be angsty throughout the entire movie. His chip on the shoulder can possibly grate. Still, as weird as it may be to describe a relatively violent movie as sweet, it really is. It's an action movie about brotherhood that is so sincere and not at all cynical about men just trying to be good despite their past. And while it is a movie dated by the past, it shouldn't be forgotten. Its charismatic performances and gun ballet action still entertain. Hey guys, it's Jojo Sonoshi. This is my second video. Hopefully it's better than the first one. Asian films are something I'm really into, and I wouldn't mind doing some more videos on that. Obviously, I'm going to do some videos on video games, playing 13 Sentinels and Mafia 2. I've got a script done for Ghost of Tsushima, so that's probably next. But obviously, just, thanks for watching, and leave comments and whatnot. Thanks. Bye.